Hi everybody and welcome to my review of Metro Redux, which is a remade, remastered version of Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light on the PlayStation 4. And straight away I'm going to say this game is absolutely 100% worth buying cheap. In fact, Metro Redux is probably the most amazing game that you've never played, maybe even never really heard about that much beyond seeing it, seeing it in the various sales that happen on PlayStation and Xbox on PC. Because honestly, this is so good. It's one of the best first-person single-player shooter campaigns I have ever played. It looks great, it sounds great, the gunplay is cool, the story is cool, the atmosphere is really good. So the game is set, well, the first part of Metro Redux is Metro 2033. So it's set in Moscow in 2033. There's been a nuclear apocalypse, and the survivors in Russia and in Moscow have been forced underground into the underground railway system. And there's these various factions that control the different stations, and they're fighting each other and trying to survive. And also you've got these mutants that are coming in, that are mutated animals that are on the surface that can find their way down. And if you go to the surface, you need to make sure you've got a mask on, and you need to have filters on your mask to survive, this sort of stuff. But then you've also got this threat of these other ones, I think they call them dark ones, that have appeared, that are threatening the survival of people as well. And it's all done very well, very creepily, much very like a horror film kind of thing. And it is really cool. In fact, what you're seeing here, this gunplay, this gunfighting, you don't get that many intense gunfights like this. Most of the game you're kind of exploring, you're doing stealth kills, and you're being very careful, trying to conserve ammo. Now, there's a couple of ways of playing the game. You can play it in the mode that I'm playing it, where ammo is pretty plentiful. Dead bodies have plenty of ammo. Or you can play it in a more scarce mode, where you've got to be a lot more careful with your ammunition. Imagine that's kind of what it would really be like in the nuclear apocalypse, where you just wouldn't be able to find things quite as easily. And yeah, I have been absolutely floored by how good this game is. It is really good. If you've got a hunger for a first-person shooter campaign, or maybe you haven't even played a good one in many years, because there hasn't been that many good ones. I mean, if you think back to the likes of Titanfall 2, the campaign in Call of Duty World War 2, that was a good one. The campaign in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the 2019 version, is pretty good. But there's not that many other. I guess Jedi Fallen Order, is that a good one? I haven't played it, but people seem to think it's quite a good story. Yeah, and what's really cool as well is this is a traditional linear A to B to C level design campaign. I mean, you can wander around within the levels and flank and do that sort of stuff, but this isn't an open world. Although it might look a little bit like Fallout, this isn't an open world Fallout RPG type game. I mean, yes, you can get better weapons, you can add better attachments to the weapons and all this sort of stuff, and get better gadgets. But don't worry, you bring up this magic compass using the touchpad on the PlayStation 4, and that it tells you where to go, and you're not backtracking and going backwards and forwards. You're just enjoying these really eerie, atmospheric environments down in the metro or up on the ruined surface of Moscow, and generally just having a really good time. So there we go. I can't really say much more about this game apart from it's absolutely fantastic. And the next time you see it in a sale on your PlayStation or Xbox and PC, you should absolutely buy it, because it is so good. So Metro Redux, absolutely worth buying cheap. If you haven't played it by now, come on, get it, play it, enjoy it. Put your questions and comments down below, and what I'll do is I'll just leave you with the rest of the footage from the rest of this level, and I'll see you again soon.
Thank you, Tom. I heard there was a ranger in the vicinity. Good work. I won't ask you about your mission here. We'll regroup and fall back. An honor to meet you. And thanks again.
Hey, looks like this.